Good morning. My name's Aaron Houghton, and welcome to Morning Prime. The sun is shining, just barely. It's early, and we're going to get started. So this is my regular Morning Prime routine, and thanks for joining me. So we're going to do this together. I'm going to go through exactly what I do. You're going to I'll give you some basic instruction on the process that I go through, and then we're going to get to do this together. And it only takes about 15 minutes. And that's the goal every morning, to help get my mind calm, build the energy that I need for the day, and to help me focus on the things that I need to focus on to accomplish what I want to accomplish today. So we're going to start in the first category this morning with an activity that I call box breathing. And this is around calming the mind and calming the body. We don't always wake up in the most calm state. Think about it. We dream, we sometimes wake up tense. We're sometimes still tense because we were tense the day before. If we had trouble falling asleep, we carry that into our dreams and into our sleep, and sometimes we wake up with that tension. So the false thought that we wake up in a refreshed state every morning, I think leads a lot of us to think that we're recharged and ready for our day, maybe when we're not. So first thing I'd recommend is, if you're just getting out of bed in the morning, try to start a priming activity like this without picking up your phone. Our phone pulls us back into all the things that are real life, that are challenges right now. And so starting with a priming process before you tackle those inputs and challenges that we all encounter is an incredible way to make sure you hit the first challenges of the day with your best foot forward. So here we go. The first activity is around calming the mind and the body, and it's called box breathing. I was taught this by Mark Devine, who wrote a book called The Unbeatable Mind, really highly decorated and accomplished Navy SEAL. And so the technique goes like this. We're going to start by doing some breaths. And as we breathe in, the box breathing concept refers to kind of the four sides of a box. So breath in, holding breath at the top, releasing breath out, and then holding breath again at the bottom. And we're going to start with some 5-second cycles with breaths around the pattern of the box. So go ahead and get in a comfortable position. Usually I like feet on the floor, butt in your seat, and back upright and off the back of your chair. If you're, you can do this laying down as well. Some people like to do their morning routine right when they start in bed before they do anything. It helps them not touch their phone because they haven't gone over to their phone yet, other than to maybe turn off our alarm. But do this seated, I think is probably best. It gives you a little bit more room to breathe and expand your chest. So go ahead and let all the air out. First breath out. Breathe in slowly for 5 seconds and then hold at the top. 4, 5. Now hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now breathe out for 5. 4, 5. Now hold at the bottom. Now breathe in for 5. Hold at the top. Breathe out for 5. Hold at the bottom. Breathe in for 5. Nice and slow. Hold at the top for 5. Breathe out for 5. Try and make those out breaths and in breaths take the entire 5 seconds. So slow the breath out over that period of time. Don't just get early to the top and then hold for longer. So let the breath out, hold for 5 at the bottom, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold at the top, breathe out for 5. I like to make a little noise when the breath comes out to remind me that it's there, that it's moving. Hold for 5 at the bottom. 4, 5. Breathe in. Hold at the top for 5. Breathe out for 5. Hold at the bottom. Breathe in for 5. Hold at the top. And breathe out for 5. We're going to do a couple now with 10-second sides. And if you can't hold your breath at the top or the bottom this long, it's fine. Just take a little baby breath in between. So take a deep breath, and we're just going to go ahead and let it out with a normal pace here. So in, and then let all of your air out. All right, we're going to do a 10-second in. It's going to feel like forever. Here we go. Breathe in slowly. Hold at the top for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe out for 10. Slow. 3. Hold at the bottom. 10. Breathe in slowly. 10. Hold for 10. Breathe out for 10. All right, breathe normally again. All right, what we've done there is slowed down our breath rate intentionally and allowed ourselves the experience to feel our breath being held at the top and the bottom. Sometimes that creates a little fear response in people, so we get a moment to sit. I definitely feel that sometimes, or after a few seconds, my heart will start racing, probably trying to remind me that I need to take a breath or let the breath out and get another one. And it's a great opportunity to just sit with that feeling for a second. Don't push it too far. And to just be comfortable with that. It's kind of similar to that anxiety response we have during the day where something triggers us and we get really excited. And if we train our minds and our bodies that sort of rise and elevation in the moment is something to just sit in and relax and to feel and to not respond to it, it's an incredible tool to help us handle the things that we'll encounter during the day. So the next piece is of the third is around positivity. And today I've chosen probably my favorite, gratitude journaling. So go ahead and get a sheet of paper. You can do it on your phone if that's the only option, but I definitely recommend. There's just something about having paper and pencil or pen to make this process flow from the brain. We're going to do 3 minutes of gratitude journaling. So just start on a sheet of paper. This is my morning routine from the Founder's First System. These are my 3 categories and the tools that I picked for today. So I'm just going to do my journaling right in the positivity column here. So go ahead and just think of things that you're grateful for and write them down. 1 or 2 words is fine. They don't need to be a full sentence about each. A couple words. What are you grateful for? It can also be who are you grateful for? don't feel like you have to solve the world with each one of these problems. I just wrote stable internet. The number of Zoom calls I've been on recently, the fact that it's not breaking up as much as it often does. I'm very grateful. It's helped me keep my life as close to similar as close to normal as I think we could possibly get. So another 30 seconds. See how many you can get down. All right, I'll share a couple of mine quickly. I wrote down exercise friends, and that I got kind of out of cycle the last couple of weeks, and being in home quarantine, and wasn't exercising the way that I normally do, and really needed it. My friend Alex sent me a message and said, "Hey, why don't we hop on Peloton and race each other?" And after our first ride last week, we pulled in a couple other friends, and now we're doing a group ride on Peloton in the mornings. I did it this morning, really early, and I just can't. I always forget until I do it how good I feel afterwards, and so that's carried with me all day today. My parents and my co-founders, Dan and Ian at Founders First System, made the list. They're just working their butts off right now. I'm so grateful for them. And healthy food, being able to still get healthy food, even in a time where lots of other things are not as normal, feels good and keeps me energized. All right, our last third is around preparation. So we've got 3.5 minutes left. I'm going to lead us in a quick visualization. So we're going to just pick one item today with our 3 minutes left. Think about something that you have coming up today that's important, that's going to be a challenge, something that's going to try you, something where you think you might not respond or perform in a way that you would want to perform, something that you've got some anxiety about maybe. So I want you to picture that in your head, and I'm going to try and lead this while also picturing mine at the same time. So here we go. Comfortable in the seat, go ahead and close your eyes, because I don't want you to visualize what's around you. I want you to visualize this experience that you're thinking about for today. So what's the best thing that could possibly happen in the minutes leading up to the start of this event? For now, let's assume this event is, it's probably not going to be a place like walking into your conference room or walking into your co-founder's office, or could be maybe breakfast with your family in the kitchen. But imagine this event starting. What's the most positive thing that could possibly happen in this moment? Go ahead and spend a few seconds in your mind and just walk through. You're walking into the situation, and go ahead and play out the first 20 seconds of it the best way it could possibly happen. All right, now the event's happening. You're in the middle of it. You might be interacting with people, or if it's a solo performance, you're thinking about something, writing something, designing something, planning something, strategizing, whatever it is. Be in that moment, and it's going incredibly well. In fact, it's not just going so well, it's going better than you possibly could have ever imagined it could have gone. Feel how you're feeling in this moment. What is that emotion that's coming up? Picture exactly what it looks like around you, this environment that is turning out way better than you thought it possibly could have turned out. Take a few seconds to just sit with that emotion. What emotion would be on your face? How would your face look? Would you be excited? Would you be thrilled? Would you be shocked because of how good it's going? What does your face look like? How do you feel inside in this moment? Now fast forward to the end of the event. It's just finished. You're moving on to whatever activity you have next. You're taking a moment reflecting on how incredible things just went. What does that feel like? It went better than you possibly could have ever imagined. 5x better than you had in the back of your mind. In fact, if there was something you were worried about wouldn't go the right way, it went incredibly well. You shocked yourself, you surprised yourself with how well it went. Think about the people, if there were people involved, how they felt in the moment with this incredible interaction that they just had with you. How did they feel? What look did they have on their face? Were they excited? Were they shocked? Were they smiling? Were they happy? Were they grateful? Were you grateful? And we'll just finish with a deep breath, in and out. So that's it. We prepared our mind with calm. We built energy. We built gratitude and positivity by thinking about all the things that we're grateful for.